there, Morbid Maniacs. It's time for another spooky video, a part of Vlogtober. And for tonight's spooky video, I'm going to be talking about the Shades of Death Road. There are many haunted roads across the United States, many claiming to have vanishing hitchhikers or crybaby bridges. One road in New Jersey is known for the countless brutal murders and deaths which have taken place there, making it one of the most haunted roads in the state and having many legends surrounding it. This road is known as Shades of Death. Shades of Death Road, locally referred to as Shades, is located in Warren County, New Jersey. It is alongside the Jenny Jump State Forest. This road is said to have many urban legends and spooky tales attached to it. According to the legend, murder is how this road got its name. One of the stories is about bandits and highwaymen who would hide out underneath the shades in the trees and wait for passers-by before they would grab them and slash their throats over women. As the story of the bandits grew, so did the name Shades of Death. It's said that several lynchmen would actually take revenge on these men who would do such terrible acts by hanging them from the trees. And they would often leave their bodies to hang there from the tree branches as a warning to others. Another theory was that the road was originally named the Shades as there was a lot of low-hanging trees. Many murders have taken place there, and a lot of them remain unsolved. Throughout the 1920s and the 1930s, there were a series of brutal murders which took place along the Shades of Death Road. There was the murder of a man who was hit by a tire jack over the head over some gold coins. There was also a tale of a woman who beheaded her husband, then dismembered his body and buried it along both sides of the street. There was also the unsolved murder of Bill Cummins, who was shot in the head and then was buried in a mud pile. Being many twists and turns along the Shades of Death Road, there have also been many fatal car accidents as well. It's said that the reflective guardrails are supposed to show where these accidents have happened. There is also an area which is known as the Bear Swamp or the Great Meadows, but locals refer to it as the Cat Hollow or the Cat Swamp because of the vicious wildcats who would often lethally attack victims who were traveling along this road. Around 1850, a group of malaria-carrying insects were found around this swamp. This disease caused an uproar and people were killed due to the large outbreaks. In 1884, a state-sponsored project had drained the swamps, ending the threat. Some of the history of Shades of Death could be the very reason for the hauntings which take place there today. Along this road, there is also a lake which is known as Ghost Lake, which was created in the early 20th century by two wealthy men who dammed the creek which came in between the two houses that they had just built. They gave it the name Ghost Lake as there was a strange vapor which would appear over it on cooler mornings. They also named the pass the Haunted Hollow. Visitors have reported that no matter what time of night they are visiting this lake, the sky above it seems to be so bright that it almost looks as if it's twilight. It is believed that many Native Americans were drowned in this lake, and that their spirits still walk the streets. To the right of Ghost Lake, there is a small cave which is known as the Fairy Hole. It is said to be very easily accessible, and it is completely covered in graffiti. Archaeologists who surveyed the area found pottery shards, flint, and broken arrowheads. This area is believed to be an area where Native Americans used as a resting spot for hunting and traveling. Lenape Lane is an unpaved one-lane stretch of road along Shades of Death, which ends in a farmhouse. Not far from the farmhouse is a wooden structure which is described as looking like an abandoned stable. Many visitors have spotted seeing a strange fog-like mist which surrounds this stable, and have also claimed to have seen apparitions within it. It is said that the air is sometimes unusually chilly, and visitors often get feelings of uneasiness in the area for no reason at all. Legend states that orbs of white light will appear at the end of the road, which will chase victims back down to Shades of Death. If this orb turns red in the process, it is said that those who see it are going to die. And some believe that this legend is nothing more than a reflector which was placed on a nearby tree to warn travelers. Another legend states that if a person circles around this tree and then drives on the road again at midnight, that a red light will appear and the person will surely not survive. One story talks about a group of friends who went into this cabin to explore. They were going onto the second floor, but as soon as they reached the top step, they heard the decrepit old piano playing downstairs. They assumed that somebody had called the police and was onto them, and so they quickly hurried up downstairs, but there was no sign of anyone. It's also said that those who are traveling along the Shades of Death road may come into an encounter with a deer. However, this deer is not like any other deer, as it is actually a Native American spirit guide who portrays itself as a deer, and it will appear on various points on the road at night. If drivers are to see him and not slow down to avoid a collision, it is said that they will soon get into an accident with the deer. There is also the legend that many years ago a group full of teenagers were traveling along Shades of Death after their prom one night. It stormed that night and the road was very slippery. It curved sharply to the right and to the left, winding into the darkness. The driver was said to have lost control of the vehicle and crashed into a ditch, killing one of the passengers. To this day, on dark, rainy nights, the girl can still be seen walking along the curve of road in her prom dress. Then there were also two travelers who were walking along Shades of Death Road when they claimed to have found tons of Polaroid pictures which were scattered along the sides of the road. And in one of these pictures, there appears to be a woman who is in distress. And the stories of Shades of Death Road have caused so much commotion in the area that the state actually had to come and concrete and grease up the sign because people were trying to steal it. So there was the legend of the Shades of Death Road. What do you guys think of this spooky legend? Would you ever visit there and test out these legends for yourself? I know I sure would. This one's definitely on my bucket list. There's so much that was in this one, along with Clinton Road, which I did, I don't know if it was last year, the year before last, but definitely some roads I want to visit in New Jersey. Let me know if you've ever been there and if you ever had a creepy encounter. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a big old thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already and become a morbid maniac. Be sure to hit that bell notification, that way you get notified every single time I upload a new video. And I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one.